The story opens in a small-town diner, a quiet, warm place filled with the smell of coffee and fried eggs. The early afternoon sun filters through dusty blinds. Among the regulars is Tiana, a young black woman in her early 20s who works there part-time, despite her visible limp from a childhood accident. She moves slower than others, but with grace, every motion careful, every smile genuine. The regulars like her. She remembers everyone's order, calls the elders sir and ma'am, and slips free pie to the local kids. Yet she carries loneliness. Her mother's in the hospital, her father gone long ago. Despite everything, she finds peace in serving others. The tone here is gentle and heartfelt, building empathy and calm before the storm. The audience feels her quiet strength, the kind of goodness that often goes unnoticed. The moral seed is planted early. Real strength isn't loud, it's steady and kind. You never know who's watching, or who'll walk in next. If this story gave you chills, like, share, and subscribe to The Healing Corner, because every act of kindness deserves to be seen. 3 loud young men barge into the diner, entitled Careless Laughing Too Hard. They're locals who often cause trouble, but never face consequences. Tiana greets them politely, her limp noticeable as she walks to their booth. The boys make snide comments about her leg. Whispers at first, then louder. When she spills a little coffee by mistake, one of them mocks her stuttered apology. Another sneers, "Can't even walk straight and they let you serve food?" The room grows tense. A few customers look away, pretending not to hear. That's how injustice survives. In silence. When Tiana tries to stay composed, one bully taps her tray, knocking the cup to the floor. Then shockingly, he slaps her. The sound freezes the room. Tiana's eyes water, but she doesn't retaliate. She just whispers, "God sees." The manager doesn't intervene. He's afraid of trouble. The bullies laugh their way out. The emotional tone is rage and helplessness. The moral question emerges. How long should goodness endure humiliation before justice intervenes? Tiana picks up the broken cup. Her hands tremble, but she keeps working. The silence in the diner feels heavier than the violence itself. An old man offers a tissue. She smiles faintly, hiding the hurt. Outside, thunder brews, literally and metaphorically. A storm gathers on the horizon, gray clouds swallowing the sun. Time slows. There's a deep stillness, a cinematic pause before destiny shifts. Then the doorbell jingles again. Motorcycles echo in the distance. Sound grows, deep, mechanical, like approaching justice. The audience senses it before anyone in the diner does. Karma is coming. 5 black bikers walk in. Leather jackets, boots echoing on the tile floor. They're from a local veterans club, known for helping the homeless and mentoring young men. But to outsiders, they look intimidating. Tiana recognizes one of them, Marcus, an old friend of her late father, a Vietnam vet who once saved Marcus's life. Marcus immediately senses something's wrong. The diners glance nervously at Tiana, her red cheek a silent confession. Marcus's voice, deep and calm, fills the room. "Who touched you, baby girl?" Tiana tries to deflect. "It's fine, Uncle Marcus." But the bikers exchange looks, the kind that carry shared pain, old scars, and unspoken vows. They sit quietly, order food, and wait. The tone is heavy with anticipation, the kind of still energy before a moral reckoning. The audience feels both dread and satisfaction building. Justice has taken form, and it's wearing black leather. An hour later, the bullies return, bragging, laughing, unaware of who's inside. The moment they step through the door, the bikers stand. The atmosphere changes. No shouting, no chaos, just controlled power. Marcus approaches them slowly. "You boys enjoy hitting women?" One bully scoffs. "She's just a crippled waitress, man." The word crippled hangs like poison in the air. Marcus grabs the boy's collar, pulls him close, eyes full of controlled fury. "That crippled waitress is the daughter of the man who gave me back my life. You owe her respect and an apology." The diner holds its breath. The bullies stumble over their words, humiliated before everyone. One apologizes. Another can't speak. Marcus releases them but warns, "Don't ever raise your hand at someone who's already carrying weight." No punches are thrown, only dignity reclaimed. The emotional tone is triumph laced with sorrow. Justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes it stands tall and looks evil in the eye. After the bullies leave, Tiana finally breaks down. Marcus puts a hand on her shoulder, saying softly, "Your father would have been proud. You kept your grace." The other bikers nod. One pays for everyone's meal and tips her $200, saying, "For the strength you showed." Outside, the storm passes. The sky clears, sunlight returning through the blinds, symbolizing renewal and peace. The regulars who had stayed silent earlier now speak up, offering words of comfort. Tiana forgives them all, even the bullies. The scene closes with her looking out the window, the reflection of the departing bikes shining beside her faint smile. The tone is emotional and redemptive. The moral: kindness may bend, but it never breaks. And when the world forgets justice, sometimes justice rides in. The story ends quietly, full circle. Tiana visits her mother in the hospital, telling her, "Something beautiful happened today." Her mother replies, "I told you." Baby God sees everything. The camera of the mind lingers on that line, God sees. The phrase becomes the echo of the story, a truth beyond revenge. The audience feels closure, but also reflection. Evil may win moments, but never the story. The tone is soulful and inspiring, leaving viewers with a lasting mix of tears and strength, a cinematic ending of quiet justice and deep faith.